Hey everybody, today down into like 30 seconds a tank. I'm gonna try to do it the best I can. 6 to 7 aquariums, tanks going on in the house. Don't really have anything cool, anything crazy really to show you, but I want to put a video out. If you've subscribed to the channel recently, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, hit the notifications, drop a comment, like the video if you find it cool. If you like fish tanks, if you like aquatic life, if you like doing that and bringing it in your house and keeping it in some sort of container, keeping animals alive, this is what we're doing. From substrate to plants to fish to filtration to water type, we're good. Let's go. First off, we're going to talk about my nano tank right here, the window seal tank. It's a really nice tank. I really enjoy this. We have a substrate of potting soil with a thin layer of crushed coral over top. For the plants, we have some Augustophilia. We have some Amazon carpet seeds in there. These are the small ones, and then you can see these fanned out. This is what they'll be in a few months. And then we have the dwarf hairgrass. The whole tank was dwarf hairgrass, but it didn't go as planned. This is going to be a shrimp tank one day. I just recently added the air stone into this, and it has cleared it up a bit and made these guys move around more, you know, putting a little bit more oxygen in it. This tank runs 100% on natural lighting, so whatever's going on outside is happening in here. It's definitely going to heat this up too because it's close to the window, but it's winter outside right now, so this tank does run about 10 degrees colder than what the temperature inside is set to. We got some almond leaves in there. There's also a few snails. We're running liquid CO2 and a fluval fertilizer. This right here is another one of my favorites. It's actually a storage container, and it's a Neocaridina shrimp tank. We are running lighting. It's a cheap Target light in the cheap section at Target, just a $5 vlog light, little circle light. It's growing these plants very nicely. We're running a fluval substrate with a little bit of crushed coral back there, bubble filter going on in the back for filtration, as well as these plants. We got tons of snails and shrimps, you know, they're all bottom feeders, so if it's just decaying and, you know, going to waste. We are running a little bit of liquid CO2 in here, as well as the smallest amount of a fertilizer. You know, too much fertilizer is going to kill these shrimp, so be careful with that. We have the Neocaridina 5-gallon. It's got the blue diamond shrimp, and we do have babies in there as well, so this population will populate soon. It's our newest tank. We've only had this for about 2 weeks. As you can see, it's full of hornwort. You know, I put a small chunk in there, and already in a small amount of time this plant's taken off. It's going crazy. We got some Amazon sword and some Christmas moss up on top of the cave. We're using the fluval substrate, as well as a light dosing of a fluval fertilizer, and we are using liquid CO2 per gallon. Both shrimp tanks are getting about 12 to 14 hours of light a day. There's plenty of spaces in the substrate or in the plants for, you know, baby shrimp to hide. Makes mama shrimps feel better. These tanks are doing good. We are running the top fin filter at the top, and then we have a bubble filter at the bottom. Now we're gonna hop right in right here with our 10-gallon. Now we have a substrate of crushed coral and a river pebble. Now we have some plants, we got some anubias, and we have some hornwort going on in here, as well as a top fin filter for a 5 to 10 gallon aquarium. Now we do have a little crab. He's up there on this little stick. You'll see him in a second. He's a red claw crab. There might be a fiddler in here too, I can't remember. But we have a nice guppy platy population. There's an algae eater and a peppered cory in there. Yeah, nothing too much about this tank. You know, it's probably one of our longest lasting tanks. It's very established, you know, crystal clear waters. Now we're gonna come over here to the wonderful puffer 20-gallon tank. This tank is sweet. It's a new addition as well. We have a wonderful lush garden going on over here. This light does the trick for us for these plants. All of this whole setup was just how you see it, like this, in a 10-gallon, but we recently turned it to a 20-gallon. We have some fluval back here in the back. I managed to figure out a way to do it in the crushed coral. These plants are growing greatly. There's so much going on with the plants. So the top fin, it's for 5 to 10 gallon. Really like these filters. They do a really good job. You know, got great beneficial bacteria buildup. This is crystal clear. We have a heater in this tank, so this tank's about 74 degrees. The puffers, you know, gave it a little bit warmer. We do have some cherry shrimp in here. We have neon tetras. We got the green spotted puffer. We have pea puffers. We have some guppies. There's a glass tetra, a pleco, 2 different crabs in there, a fiddler crab and a red claw crab, platy. There's some zebra danios, and there's a yo-yo loach, and his name is Gilbert. There's a pea puff. That's our 20 gallon. Now we are going to hop right in right here with a 39 gallon, the stand up with the cabinet built in, real nice setup. We just recently turned it into a fully planted tank, but this is probably our longest lasting tank. We've had it set up for probably 2 years. The beneficial bacteria is crazy in this thing. Yeah, our angelfish oasis, we got tons of plants in here. We got the fluval substrate mixed with a river pebble. We are running a small filter, and we keep the heater set to about 74, 76 degrees. Like to make the angelfish happy. But we have some hornwort in there, some java fern, some repins, a few different things. We're running about 12 hours of light a day right now on a timer. But yeah, this is almost our last tank. And once again, this is Fish Tanks Are Cool. Thanks for rocking with those. Thanks for checking out this video. And our last tank on the tour is the nice 55 gallon we got going on in my daughter's bedroom. It's very lush, very plush. We have a dark brown fluorite substrate on this side, and then it moves into a crushed coral. Fluorite is very nutrient rich, and it's giving these plants crazy amounts to grow and do what they do. Have to trim these back very often. We got some tiger barbs, some neon tetras, some angelfish, a couple algae eaters. We used to have a ton of shrimp. We have some black mollies, a couple guppies in there as well. We have some hornwort, anubias. We have some augustophilia. We have the Amazon carpet seed right here in the front row. This stuff gets huge, and you know it goes crazy if you don't maintain it and trim it. A 32-inch LED light for lighting, as well as the back hood light for the 55 gallon. We do CO2 liquid and regular CO2 infused into the tank. Running on a heater, we keep it at about 74 to 76 degrees. Fish tanks, lifestyle, get with it, have fun.